Have you heard the saying, everyone is you pushed out? And so there's a few different ways that you can perceive that. And as soon as you perceive it one way, another way pops up because that's just the depth of reality, the deeper you dive. So let's dive deep with Deb here for a moment. Okay. And dive, maybe dig. I don't know how to swim. So maybe digging deep with Deb is better. Lost my train of thought. Hold on. Coffee. Coffee makes everything better. My name's Deborah, and I share about the human experience, help others understand the human experience a little bit better because most of us were raised thinking the human experience is one thing when it was actually a completely different thing. Now, this may just be my own delusional world of fairy tale land that I have chosen to live in, but it's become a pretty awesome world and I'm having a lot of fun living in it, and I think it would be great to have more people join me. 111 as I said that. So if you're watching this video, it's probably for you. You wouldn't be able to vibrate and resonate with this if it wasn't meant for you, because that's how energy works. So as we're talking about everyone you is pushed out, the first time that most people hear it is when it comes to noticing people that aggravate you, because there's levels of consciousness and self-awareness, and one of the first levels I feel like is irritation, is when other people irritate you or when you feel the need to criticize and judge. It's a moment of stepping back and realizing that they are you pushed out. So whatever it is in them that is triggering you, that's actually within you, and that's like they're activating your trigger for you to look at. That's your trigger, your responsibility. And that's where it's them just pushed out. And that's what it is in all sense of forms. Like when you have friends and community, you're like, wow, I vibe with these people so much. That's because it's like you pushed out. That means whatever you're doing, you're really aligned with your current self, and that's going to be reflected outwards. But then if you get out of alignment, and this is where it can get yucky and messy, because sometimes you love where you're at and sometimes you really enjoy the people you're around, but yet it's still just nature wants to grow and change. It doesn't mean that whatever is better or worse, it's just different, right? And so as you grow and evolve, you might find yourself in rooms where you're like, I don't understand what's happening here. I don't vibrate anymore. And that's where expansion happens. That noticing, it's a natural evolution of growth. People come into your awareness to show you your darkness and your light. Sometimes people help you expand and have the best life possible. And then sometimes people come into your life to show you the bad things, the jealousy, the criticism, the lack, the the lack of ambition, the lack of knowing who you are. Some people come into your life to reflect these things. And then once you see that in those people, and you're like, oh, yeah. And then you can see that in yourself, and you're like, oh, yeah. Then it's time for those people to fall away outside of your circle because they don't need to exist anymore. Once you have seen it and once you have perceived it, it can be released and let go and make room and make space for something new and something beautiful. Because everything you had called in at one point. Just one moment. And that's where self-awareness is so important, because whatever you have coming for you in your future is what you're doing now. What are you doing now to call in a good future? What type of qualities about you now do you want to see pushed out? What type of qualities are you imagining within you? They're like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to be like this. And then someone will pop into your circle and into your reality that's going to have that quality. And then you'll be like, oh, that's what it's like to have that quality. And then you'll witness it. And then something will probably happen, and then they'll leave and make space for a different thing. And then by the time we've reached our old age, we will have experienced so many different qualities and so many different people. I guess the goal would be to how can we continue to add people in without a catastrophe or a tower moment, if you will, in our life of rechanging everything. And maybe it is possible. I haven't talked to that many elderly people to see if it is. And also, the elderly people that are alive right now are not living the same type of lives that we are creating. Nobody has lived the type of lives that we are creating right now. And that's even more powerful and beautiful if you really stop to think about it. Oh, if you're watching my videos, it's called Awaken with Deb. It's called Awaken with Deb. It's called Awaken with Deb. You know, by the time you have years worth of hashtag tags at Awaken with Deb, you're not going to change your handle. So it's Awaken with Deb. I like awakening because it doesn't necessarily imply that you need healing. And as you as you notice with this video, as I say, oh, you see jealousy in someone, and you're like, okay, that's what it looks like to be a jealous person. And then that person can go away. I didn't say you healed your jealousy. I said you witnessed your jealousy. You're witnessing criticism. You're witnessing judgment. You're witnessing what it looks like to be someone who complains all the time. And maybe sometimes you're witnessing what it looks like for someone to win contests all the time. Maybe you want to start witnessing what it looks like to have someone that knows how to open all the right doors at the right moments. Maybe you want to start witnessing someone that knows how to have adventure more than anyone else. Maybe you want to start witnessing someone that knows everything about opera and wants to take you to one. Maybe, like, there's just these things, you know, and it's our imagination. And I, I feel like I meet a lot of people that are kind of jaded on life, and they're jaded on life because they've been hurt and betrayed and heartbroken and lied to and walked all over and used. And those are all reflections of our inner self-worth. And that's hard to swallow because that takes us out of victimhood. It puts the power in our hand. It puts the guilt and blame and shame in our hands, of which we need to see and not heal. I don't like saying heal because I don't want to seal over these emotions to never experience them again. I want to witness them as they are. I want to see how they've played out in my life. I want to see the patterns that they've created, and I want to stop those patterns from going forward. And I want to thank them for their service, and then just give them a little guest room to hang out in. Put them up in a suite so they know they're loved and taken care of, and give them a pager so that when I need them, I can call on them, because there will be times that I need to feel guilt, and there will be times that I need to feel shame, because I am human and I am going to do, I never going to be free of experiencing that. It's the duality of earth. And so I don't like saying that we have to fix these things or heal these things, but we do. It is beneficial to witness them and become aware of them and befriend them, because they are us. They are you. You are you. All of you is you. All of you is you. It is really nice doing these videos outside. I'm not sure what the sound is like. Surprised this microphone hasn't died. It's a really cloudy day, so the sun is not harsh. So that's nice. There's probably background noise, so I really hope that's not too bothersome in the video. This channel is Awaken with Deb because it's easy to wake up. Every time I say that, I cringe because I very much so know it's not always easy to wake up. And as this channel is about awakening, it is bound to attract people that are in the dark night of the soul and probably not having easy times to wake up. It is 2025, and I would say come 2020, I hit a really hard spot, maybe 2021. And that hard spot is still lingering, if I dare call it that. But not so much. It's not like I'm on the other side of it for sure. But there were years. I mean, a year ago was the absolute rock bottom. This whole last year has been gaining my faith back. A year ago was an absolute rock bottom where I was like, what is happening? And then I spent the entire winter just like on mode of psychosis of realizing everything is upside down. And I had to just like burn it all to start over. It's great. It's fine. I'm a pro at it. I was talking to a friend who mentioned how he views marriage as unfair because men put so much into it only to have half of it taken away from them in divorce. And it was through text, and so it was really unfortunate because like it's really an important topic for me because I have been married and divorced, and I have had many live-in situations, and I have walked away leaving them with everything. Many times I have had to rebuild everything. And did I have to do that? No. Could I have taken half? Yes. Could I have taken it all? Yes. And I didn't. And it just made me, it's just one of those things that like what type of limiting beliefs are holding you back? Like this person is afraid of marriage because they're afraid they're going to get burned. And now all their future lovers are paying for that pain of that past lover who burned them, or whether it was society that created the image of them getting burned. I'm not sure. We didn't, not diving into it that deep, right? It's just a really good example of generalizing and beliefs. What beliefs are holding you back? And any coaching program that you go into is probably going to ask you this: what beliefs are holding you back? What do you believe about love? What do you believe about money? And how do you find these? What do you mean beliefs? Beliefs are when you find yourself saying the words that are very generalized: always, never, women this, men this, marriage that, corporations this, they that, them that, who's they, who's them, all women, all men, always and never. Like when you find those sentences where you are creating those narratives around it, that's where you find your beliefs. So today's exercise, apparently I've been about giving exercises lately. Today's exercise for the week is catch yourself when you are using those generalized, broad words. There's another word I want to use, adjective I would love to use right there, but I can't find it right now. When you're saying, oh, this, never this, or this, always this, or, and definitely in negative terms. And if you're finding it in negative terms, maybe there's positive terms too, but generally, like, I'm here to help people that are in a funk. So if you're a positive person, you're probably not on this channel. People think I'm a great positive person. I am. I can explode. I am a person who loves my dark side. I do not hide it. Do not hide it. Still got our green button. It's not dead yet. Did I finish the exercise? Find those sentences. Catch yourself saying them. Challenge the question. Is it accurate? Is it true? And then ask yourself maybe if you can switch it around to a positive question. Instead of saying, oh, I'm never invited to anything. You could say, people do invite me. I might decline many times. That's a bad example, but kind of, I mean, it's improv. Not the best at it. Not the best at the improv. My view is $1 million view, multi-million-dollar view. My bank account may not have millions, but I've done the math over the years and all the opportunities and experiences and little miracles that's not always about money. And I am beyond a millionaire, like legitimately. It's amazing. If you could see the view, like I would turn the camera, but it doesn't do it justice because, depth perception. And oh, the mountains are changing colors. That's what I'm doing today. Gotta go see the colors. So this is what happens when we record outside. I get distracted and zone out a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more into my personality, less serious about soul and awakening. Healing can be a trap. And although this channel is based around healing and awakening and improving, you don't need more information. You don't need to watch more videos. You are great how you are. Just feel happy about who you are and follow that in the present moment. That sentence is the only thing you ever need to remember. You could never watch another video again and never read another book, never need another life coach if you just remember that sentence. I'm not even sure if I remember the sentence to repeat it again. You don't need fixing, you don't need healing. You only need to remember the truth of who you are and follow your joy in the present moment. Be happy with who you are. I think that's what I said. Be happy with who you are and make the choice that brings joy to you in the present moment. That's it. It's a secret. Secret to the universe right there. So, my little remote, can't find it. My name's Deb. Here to help others awaken to their soul essence, being present in the moment, to understand this crazy duality of a human experience. These messages are meant for you if you're finding them. If you're finding them, they're meant for you. You wouldn't find them if they weren't. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the worldwide awakening that is creating a new way of being. Much love. Make sure you comment below which part resonated with you, like for the algorithms, and subscribe to always receive the messages meant for you when you need them. Have a blessed day. I am love, and I am here. Cheers.